Let's talk Jinx, a weekly Jinx video we do every Wednesday about anything to do with Jinx, as well as this video act as a weekly discussion thread on the Jinx subreddit, our League of Jinx. Make sure to check that out. And the topic is patch 10.10. We'll talk about changes to Jinx, other AD carries that might affect Jinx's lane matchups, and then something of a pseudo AD carry tier list to round the video out. So first and foremost, there were no changes to Jinx, unless you're going to play Pick Earth, which is basically Earth, but you have to pick your champions, in which case Jinx is getting a change that will give her 5% more damage, even though she will take 5% more damage in return. So there you go. But as for the regular Summoner's Rift, Miss Fortune is an AD carry getting changes because Jinx is actually not getting any changes in that regard on this patch. But the W bonus max movement speed is being decreased, and what that could mean is that the Miss Fortune's back timings, when she times her backs and counting on the movement speed to get back to lane at a certain amount of time, maybe this is more towards higher level of play, but that might be interrupted a little bit because there's 10% less max movement speed on each rank of her W. For Jinx, what this means is maybe if you kind of been feeling like Miss Fortune gets back to lane too fast and she shoves lane, she's a lane bully, etc., this may harpen that like a little bit. Not a lot, it's not like a lot movement speed being lost per level, but maybe you can play around with that a little bit because Jinx is already one of the more slower AD carries as well, so this kind of gave Miss Fortune a little bit of an advantage in that specific regard. Another AD carry getting some changes is Sivir. The E mana restore is being increased, basically on Sivir's spell shield. What this could mean for you as a Jinx player is she can spell shield the things like the Flame Chomper, sure, but if you're playing with an engaged support like Leona and stuff, or of course, you know, Morgana, Blitzcrank, things like that, it might be a little bit more difficult because it looks like the spell shield, the mana restore will mean, even though it's not a cooldown thing, she will have more mana to use it more often when it is off cooldown. So where before, she might have to be like, okay, do I go for like Q damage or W ricochet stuff or spell shield? She'll have the mana to maybe decide, well, maybe I could actually just do both. So just keep that in mind, be aware of that. Soraka is a support champion getting some changes, with a Q base damage being increased and the W health cost reduction also being increased. Meaning that if you're playing with a Soraka, which you're going to have a healing kind of support champion to help you as a Jinx, she'll also be doing a bit more poke damage, which could be kind of nice actually. To kind of have, especially if you have a lane where you feel like you can bully with your rockets on occasion as well, you can both poke them down from a distance and also still healed up. Stay healed up, I should say. Let's say I can say sentences for this. Stay healed up for the laning phase. Tarek, however you want to pronounce it, he's also getting some changes. The base health growth has been decreased. The W bonus armor ratio decreases later. So in lane phase, the W bonus armor ratio will be the same. So if you're playing with a Tarek, he's going to be somewhat beefy still. Or if you're playing against a Tarek in lane, he's also still going to be rather tanky in lane. He's just going to get less tankier later, especially when he has his ultimate, level 6, and all that stuff. Probably makes a bit more sense in the late game, specifically because he has an invulnerability ultimate, not because he's a tank. That's not the base reason, probably that they're doing these changes. And that's actually all of the changes for AD carries and stuff on this patch. This patch is actually also incredibly light, period. It's not even like, oh, it's a light AD carry patch. It's just a light patch in general. So we're going to jump onto the part of the video you're here for, the tier AD carry tier list, the pseudo AD carry tier list, however you want to say it. It's based off of your opinion, which is why it's a pseudo AD carry tier list. But what we do is we take the changes we just saw and try to apply them to what we see currently on win rates and stuff like that, like a site like champion.gg or analytics, whatever you want to use, and see what might be changing. Because for example, Miss Fortune sitting at almost a 52% win rate. I don't think this change is going to drop her like several percentiles, drop her to 50, drop her below 50. So I really don't see her moving necessarily all that much. Sivir, meanwhile, also sitting at around 50% win rate. And again, the mana thing could be a cool decision-making tactic. I don't see it skyrocketing her suddenly to like 53% and outdoing Cassiopeia, who is still at the #1 spot with like Heimerdinger and stuff like that at the top too. You do have Vayne, Miss Fortune, I guess Syndra, Twitch, Sivir, Yasuo, Ziggs, Ashe, Veigar. You got actually a lot of AD carries according to this. They're actually doing alright. Even if you take away the mages, you still have a good several AD carries sitting like a 50% or above win rate. You do have Jinx, according to at this point in time of recording, at a 49.98, which is almost as close as 50 as you can get without being right on it. So she's actually probably fine, but still, you do see quite a bit of AD carries sitting in that red zone. So if you're a Jinx player, and that's why you're watching this video, you could probably still play Jinx just fine. She's at about 50%, which is about as balanced as you can get if you consider 50% balanced depending on champions kits and stuff. But if you have any other options, because she still seems to be the better version of like Tristana and Caitlyn, so you probably want to pick her instead. A lot of auto-attacking AD carries, the likes of Twitch and stuff like that, they're like up here, but it looks like you kind of want to prioritize things like the Vayne, who can like hard carry later, Syndra, or not Syndra, Miss Fortune, who can lane bully, maybe Syndra too, because maybe she can lane bully with the proper support as well. Twitch is an interesting one because he's technically more like crit 80 attack speed 80 carry, but I feel like it's still up in the air if people feel like he's better in the jungle still or whatnot. Ashe has also kind of just been quietly sitting there pretty good. And then I guess like Jhin and Draven. If you want more of a lane bully like Miss Fortune, you can go for Draven. If you want more of a auto attack but you have a reload, of course, you can go for Jhin. But that's going to be my video. Thank you for watching, but the comment section needs your help. We need your comments and your opinions on your tier list, depending on your elo and stuff like that. Feel free to comment with that in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next, because I've been having a lot of kinks. So until this time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.